Hi, my name is Parker Corbett. I am a junior on the men's lacrosse team. I am attackman and midfielder. Today I am joined by Mason Foy, who is also an attackman on the men's lacrosse team. I'm going to be running through the warm-ups and the drills that I have chosen for my project today. And how we're starting it off is we're going to warm up with some butt kickers, then elephant walks, Frankensteins, for the dynamic to get the blood flowing through our legs. So I'll start that off. Yes, and we're also doing karaoke. I would love to do some karaoke though. Karaoke. Right. Karaoke? No, like karaoke, like, wow. And then we're gonna get some lunges going with a twist.
Lunge and twist, lunge and twist.
And then after this, we're gonna get into some static stretches, which I said I would explain in the previous video, which we're gonna be doing some hurdlers, which is when you get on the ground like this, have your back leg like this, locked back, and you're just stretching.
As far back as possible.
And you're laying as far back as you possibly can.
Feel the burn.
Gonna hold this for 15, then switch. Please tell me the camera's looking at me.
You're half-ish thing.
Alright, let's slow it down a bit, please. Thank you, I can see myself fully. Yeah, this is a hurdler stretch for the left leg. I'm sorry I didn't adjust the camera before I did the static stretching. Now we're gonna go with some knee hugs. I'm not gonna hold these for a full 15 because right now we've been shooting around for quite a while, so I don't exactly need to do it for the full 15, but in the actual assignment you will want to hold it for 15 seconds. Then we're gonna go into some butterflies. This is called butterfly because you can do this with it. Yeah, I know. And I believe that is all the warm-ups we have to do. My butt. So, the first drill that we are doing is, we should have gone over there. Because remember, wall ball? No. We can make a separate video. So this is technically the second drill. It's 3-step shooting. Mason, if you'd like to start on the left side. So in lacrosse, this is the right side, this is the left side. And 3-step shooting, you're going to be about 5 to 7 yards away from the net, depending on how far you put the balls. And 3-step is exactly how it said. You're going to count out. Yeah, I know. And you're going to count out your steps at every spot. So if I'm on the right side shooting with my right hand, you're going to go right, left, right, pointing your leg towards the goal and aiming to shoot at the bottom of the far corner. And then for the left side, as Mason will do, you're going to reverse it and go right, left, right, and aim to the bottom corner as well. Now we're going to run through this a little more so you can see it at full speed and not just me explaining it. And you can do both sides, just switching as you go. So that was a good one. It was left, right, left, right, left, right. And you want to go overhand for every single one. And back on this side, left, right, left. And it's fine if you miss because you want to try to get as close to the corner as you can while still being as accurate and as strong as you want. So right, left, right. Woo! Almost hit the camera.
Give him a little jump scare.
Yeah, little jump scare for you. Left, right, left. that is the first drill. The next one we're going to be doing is 10-yard step down shooting. And we will set that up and be with you in 2 minutes. Hello, welcome back. Right now we are going to be working on the third drill, which is step down shooting. So I have Mason down by the net, who's going to be feeding me, and I'm going to be catching the ball, either taking a curl hop or just grabbing it in the ready to shoot position, which is just my hands back like here. And a curl hop is I'll catch it and I'll take one more step like that. But this is kind of just to focus on trying to stretch out your range a bit more so that you can be more of a threat from the mid-range to outside. But yeah, so we're going to be doing that, and I'll be explaining more as we go along. So first shot. And what you're going to want to be doing is usually you want to do 10 overhand, 10 sidearm, and 10 underhand for your step downs. And if you're going overhand, you want to try to go for the low corners. If you're going sidearm, you can go either top or bottom corners. And low, you really just want to be trying to go low to low or fake them out and go low to high. My personal preference is a sidearm, but I'm going to be showing you the mechanics of all three. That first one was a sidearm. This next one I'm going to show you is overhand. Hopefully they can see that. And this last one is an underhand. So if you can see in the video, sorry, I'll move over here more just in case you can't see the net. Overhand, you're going over the shoulder. So over the shoulder like this. Sidearm, you're kind of going across your body like this. And then an underhand, you're just keeping it down like you're shooting a hockey puck or you're golfing. So I'll show you one more time, me from this side, so hopefully you can see the net more. Sorry. So overhand, kind of like that. Then you got sidearm, which is more like that. And then underhand, which is that. And you want to be aiming for the opposite side of the net every time. So just 2 more balls, overhand, and let's go sidearm. So the mechanics of this drill is to help you get your arms back for when you're on a step down, and so you can really get that comfortable position for shooting, so you can just step down and shoot the ball and follow all the way through to get it on the cage, with enough power and accuracy. And me and both Mason do this quite a lot during practices to work on our range, because me and him are both more inside shooters. But with this drill, it's helping us gain more attribute to get our hands back so we can torque our bodies more and activate our core so that we can really get through on the shots. So now we're going to set up for the third drill, and we'll get right back to you. Welcome back. So this next drill is the shooting on the run drill. It consists of being about 20 to 30 yards away from the net, and then running hard down the alley and shooting from in between 10 to 5 yards, depending on how quickly you were running. But you want to get it out at least before 5 yards. 10 yards is kind of the sweet spot, and in between that's just perfection for a lacrosse player. Now, Mason and me are going to be splitting this. He's going to go 4 shots, I'm going to go 4 shots. And I am a midfielder, so I do this like every game. Mason does not, and he's been doing this to kind of add more repertoire to his game. So as we watch Mason, I'll explain more and more as we go. Go ahead. Okay. So as you can see, Mason missed the net. He's not used to this, but as he's been going along, he's kind of been going from half his speed to full game speed. And Mason, go half speed. Yeah, from there. Right now, not right now. But doing this drill, it's going to help you learn when to cock your hands back to get the shot. So when you're on the run, when you're doing this to get it back while still running. And it's also going to help you figure out where on the field you're going to be shooting it from. So like 5 to 10 yards away from the net. And you're always going to be wanting to run down the alley. And right here is around where the alley is. So where he's running down, that is what is considered the alley in lacrosse, which would usually be the hash marks for football fields. So go 50%. There you go. So as you can see, Mason did hit the net, but that's because he was going 50%. Mason, next shot, go 100. So that he can get through to the mechanics, because on the run, you have to be moving your legs and be able to torque your body completely to get that shot on the net accurately and to get the shot off at least. Because most times when people don't know how to do that, it's going like AWOL, like it could go behind you, 30 feet wide of the net, everywhere. So he's got 2 more shots, and then I will show you how to do it with a midfielder that does this every game. So this is 100% of his speed. As you can see, after he does 50%, he's turning his body more because he knows how to get it across now. And he's hitting it to the opposite side of the net, which is, in fact, where you want to be shooting it when you are on the run, is to the opposite side of the net. So across the goalie's body. Last one.
Full, half, what?
Full. Go full. On that one, he shot it on the short side, which would have been the pipe closest to him. But that does work because it still went in, and that's still a hard shot for the goalie to stop. Because usually goalies are right-handed, and they're going to have to go down here instead of down to here. So now I'm going to show you how to do it as a midfielder, and Mason's going to give you a bit of narration talking along with it.
What do you want me to say?
Just kind of explaining what I'm doing.
Oh.
And telling me like how to shoot it.
Hello,
50,
Parker's classmates.
50 to 100?
Do 50.
50? Alright.
So as Parker, who has clearly done this a couple more times than I have, he did it at 50% there. And as you can see, when he was coming down, he got his hips around and followed through, which is what you want to do and why you practice this drill. So you want to get your hips turned and follow through over the shoulder. Now he's going to do 100% to show you what it looks like at a full speed during game. That one he shot he shot far side. He got where he needed to go, but he shot a little low.
Want to be shooting from right around here so you still can see the entire net from a good angle.
You want to be shooting about where Parker just was, right about there, either inside of him or above him, but you do not really want to be below or outside of him. This next one at 100 again. And you see how when he finishes, his butt is facing you guys? You want to, in this drill when you shoot, you want to finish and follow your shot so that way you're walking in the direction you shot, because that means you shot where you were supposed to and how you were supposed to. His last one. Woo.
As you can see, after only 4 shots, that is tiring, going 100% every rep. But that is why we do it, so that we can be game ready, so that we can do that 5, 10, 20 times during a game. So we're going to get set up for the next drill, which is dodging into a shot on the run. So we'll be right back. Welcome back. All right, so for this drill, we're doing dodging on a defender to a shot on the run. So what we're going to be focusing on is getting around Mason here on a dodge. So we can either do a split dodge, swim dodge, right to right dodge, face dodge. There's a bunch of other dodges that you can do. And in the middle. And Mason's going to go 50% on his defense while I'm going 50 to 100% on my offense. I can choose that. And what we're going to do is dodge around him, and when we have enough space and we're 10 yards away from the net, we're going to start cocking the ball back and then getting that 3-step and then into a shot. So we're going to run through it 6 times, 3 times each to get you a show of someone with experience to someone with not a lot of experience dodging on the run. And yeah, I'll explain more after we're done. Yes. Move more up here, though. Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm going to be doing is going from left to right for a split dodge. So left to right, he's gonna get on me, but I'm gonna get that space. 1, 2, and I'm done. Shoot it on the net, going for far side, low corner. Away from the camera, yeah. So running through it 50%. So left to right dodge, getting around, 1, 2, 3. And I guess I'm gonna redo that, but that's the gist of what we're doing. Now we're gonna go 100%, and for the next 2 reps, then Mason is gonna show you from his angle, and me also being a defenseman, because of 2-way middies. Yeah. So really this drill is entailing for 2 people, for the offense to be able to know their spacing towards the defenseman, especially on a short stick, so that he knows when he has to get his stick from the right to the left or the left to the right, and how much spacing they need after the dodge to get a clean shot off. And for the defense, this is to help them get their body position so that they can try to stop the defender, or to get in his way so he can't make a good shot, and to keep up with him after he dodges. So I'm going to be a defenseman now, and I'm going to show you Mason style and me kind of playing 50% defense here.
That definitely was out frame.
So if you could see, Mason finished throwing his entire body and finishing with his butt to the end line, which is properly how you do a shot on the run. So he's learning quickly, but he still has a long way to go, just like I do, because I'm still not that good at it. So he's gonna run through it one more time. Then I'm gonna run through it one more time. I'm gonna give you all the rest of the mechanics when we're done. Okay, as you can see, he's still torquing his body and moving everything around, and then ending like this, running away from the net, so that he can get as much power while he's running as possible, which still is smart and what he needs to be doing for a shot on the run. Okay, last one. Now for that, me being a righty, I'm showing you mostly right sides, but it's exactly the same with the left side. So you're getting the dodge. For a dodge, when you're going right to left, how I dodge is I'll kind of shimmy up like this, push with my right, and push off with my left when I'm dodging to my right side. And I'll be doing that exact same thing with my left hand, as he just noted. So you can do this for both right and left, and for the right side when you're shooting righty, you still want to remember that right, left into the shot. And when you're doing it from the right side, you still want to remember the right, left, right when you're shooting, so that you can still get that torque around for the correct shooting motion. And you want to remember for either side, right and left, that you're still getting your body across and ending with your butt to the end line. So the next one we're doing is going to be pass to shot, or as I called it in the PowerPoint, rebound to shot. Okay, so now we're on to the final drill, which is the catch to shot. Mason's going to be on the right side while I am on the left side, just up there. So I'm going to pass the ball to Mason, and he's going to do a righty step down shot. He can either go into a crow hop or just, as I explained earlier in the video, the ready to shoot position, which is just having your hand set in the position that you're shooting so you can catch and just whip it at the net. And I'm going to be on the left side. We're going to be going 5 and 5. And after that, I'll explain more about the mechanics of why we're doing this as well. Okay, ready?
You want first shot or you want me?
You go first shot. So for this, because it's a catch to a shot, he wants to try to get into the ready to shoot position and then just fire it right on the net. With doing this, it's good because he's getting ready and he's firing off quickly, and he's still rotating his entire body to get the shot off. And now I'm going to be doing left hand, unfortunately, because even though I'm a righty, I'm going to be catching and shooting. Unfortunately, that was bad. My hand placement was off, so you need to make sure you have your hands in the correct hand placement and torquing your body the entire way through. So we'll keep going through it, and I'll keep explaining what we have to do and what we shouldn't be doing while we do this. Mason going low with a high shot is really good. As you can tell, I'm really not that good at shooting with my left hand, but at least I'm getting my hands back, but not far enough because I really want to be able to stretch my arms back and fire that, but I'm still getting my body fully through so I can get power behind my shot. Nice on? It's good. Yeah. As you can see, that one was a lot better because I focused more on getting my hands back and across my body. As what a lot of lacrosse players call that shot is the seatbelt, because you're pretending to like put on a seatbelt. So that's really good to help you with shooting when you're not using your dominant hand. So we got 2 more shots. Mason? And Mason does that really well with being able to do the seatbelt and get it across his body so that he can still get it across his body and be torquing his core and activating that so he can really get as much power across as he can. And which is what is also good is he's getting his legs spread so that he can really get out and follow through with his shot. Because most of what you're doing is you're trying to put most of your power through either in a practice or either in a game so that you can get the best shot possible that you can get. Alright, here. So as you saw that I just did, I did a crow hop into a shot that caused me to go forward a bit. That is completely fine because that shows that you're stepping into the shot and you're torquing your body through the shot so that you can follow through and you're stepping forward because that was the hardest shot you could go. So Mason's got 1 more shot. I want him to extend his body the entire way. I want him torquing his body from a crow hop after I pass him the ball. And I'm going to show you how it looks from a righty point of view of being able to do that, after I just showed you the lefty point of view. As you can see, he got everything through on his upper body, and he activated his core so he could get through, and he stepped forward after the shot. That shows that he is activating all the muscles, all the joints, everything that is needed for a desired lacrosse shot into his shot. Now we got one last one where I'm going to show you, and I'm going to be trying to step as far as I can and getting all my momentum over to the net. For this drill, what not to do is kind of stand there with like your feet like shoulder width. What you kind of want to do is you want to stretch that out so that when you catch the ball and you're following through, you can fall forward like this because you're putting more of your shot in. If you have it like this, you're only using your upper body, and that's not helping you get the most power behind your shot. Even in a righty, if you're shooting like this, you're not getting much in. So if you're stretching out and then doing that and following through, you're getting as much power because you're throwing your entire body into it. Okay, so a power shot is what Mason and me were just doing when we were stretching out. So Mason will show. And now he's going to show the shot that I just recommended not doing, which is getting your feet shoulder width apart and just torquing your upper body. As you can see, it's not that strong. It's probably less accurate in my opinion. And it's just something that you have to get out of the habit of if you want to get a nice, strong, fast shot. Now, another thing that you should be doing while doing step downs or even in just a catch to release shot, you want to be getting your arms out like this. You don't want to have T-Rex arms, as we call it, and grab the ball and just go like this and have your arms hugging your body. You want to be able to grab the ball and have your arms fully out extended and following through. Mason, can you please demonstrate getting your arms, or the T-Rex one where your arms are right here and you're just following through with your arms completely hugging your body. So as you can see from that, he's not really getting enough power behind his shot, and it's kind of just flimsical. And your arms are so close to your body that most players think that they're protecting their stick, but in reality, when they need to get that nice shot, especially on the run, they need to be extending their body or their arms so they can get it across fully for a nice shot. And now Mason's gonna do his arms fully extended in his right hand. And as you can see from him doing that, and especially even pointing out his legs are spread like this, he's getting more power behind his shot, and it's going to be a lot harder for a goalie to stop it. So one more time all the way through with everything good. Spread legs, extended arms, activating the core, and pushing it all the way through. It's a much better shot than just going like that. So doing this drill, it's going to help you figure out that you need to extend your arms, you need to get your legs spread, get your hands in the ready to shoot position so you can just catch it and go, or you can catch it, crow hop, and go. It all depends on the scenario for it, but without a defender, it's easy. With a defender in it, you're either going to think you have enough time for a crow hop, so you're crow hop and then shoot it, or if you don't have enough space, then you're just catching it and shooting it at the net. And as Mason behind me is showing, he's still doing it properly, but he's being more lackadaisical about it because he's more working on accuracy. So, all these drills put together is helping you focus on your spacing for when you're running down the alley and your spacing from a defender from the last two drills. This drill and the drill before on the run, which was just the step downs, is you're working on getting your body through, extension of your arms, activation of your core so you can whip through, and how your leg placement is. So not just like this, but it's like this, like you're going full through. Not doing any of these, you're not gonna have a well-placed shot. You're not gonna have a well-placed shot on the run. So doing all these drills, and specifically doing them from, say, 25 speed so you can get the fundamentals down of the shooting, to 100%, to then adding defensemen in, to then doing it in a game scenario when you're getting hit by the defenseman fully padded, you're getting slashed on the arms, and you even have restriction on the arms from a defenseman poking at your hands. In this one, we didn't show you the defenseman poking at the arms, poking at the hands, or really roughing you up a lot, because we want this video to kind of state how to start out with doing it. Like, start out with going 50% and really learning the fundamentals of it all, of being able to do everything properly, and then going 100%, so you know exactly where it needs to be when you're running 100%. And then adding a defenseman is the next step to being able to actually master every part of this craft, which we did a little bit with in the shot on the run, so that you could really learn how to get your spacing, and then while still keeping track of everything you learned from on the run, and even going through using your left hand and your right hand. The next step to all that would be doing it in an actual practice / game scenario, so that you can, he's just practicing some moves that he wants to do for games, so that you can truly master these and you will be able to use them every single time in games. So, thank you, we'll be right back. Alright, so I should have done this for the first part of the video after warm-ups, but this is wall ball, so you can either start your workout or end your workout with this. For this, it's really just based upon you getting your hands ready. You're practicing being able to catch the ball, your hand-eye coordination. Mason is currently working on catching with his right hand and then switching over to his left. What I usually do for wall ball is I'll do 25 overhand with my right side, 25 overhand with my left side, 15 overhand with my sidearm for each side, 5 underhands for each side, and then 5 behind the backs for each side. So I'm going to show you what they all look like when you're going at a moderate speed, and then when you want to kind of speed up, which is what I do when I get through most of my wall ball reps. So I'm just going to start moderately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then usually around 15, I'll start speeding it up a bit more to quick sticks with the overhand. And then I'll start getting closer to the net and choking up more with my stick, so that I can get even more reps in, and then start backing up, or I go until I'll drop it. And then I would start working on my overhand from my left hand, which is really not good, so I really do need to practice with this. So I'll probably only be doing 10 of those right now, so we can continue on with the explanation of the video. But as you can see, I'm starting with the ball, my stick over my shoulder on both right hand and left hand, so I can work on that overhand strut. But you also want to make sure you have your feet placement, so if you're using your left hand, you have your right foot pointed towards the wall, so that you can also work on getting your body worked around for everything. So now we're going to work on our sidearms. So right-handed sidearm, going to have a left leg pointed towards the wall and just across the body as so. Oh, yeah. Now, while you're passing and catching, you're going to want to get your arms extended so that you can truly follow through with the ball. And for beginners, if you're not able to pass and catch in the ready to shoot position or ready to pass position, you're going to want to choke your hands up all the way up to the head so that you can catch the ball like you're actually using your hands, so that you can go anywhere and you can catch the ball like you're just catching it with your hand. Now we're going to do left-handed sidearms. So as you can tell from my right hand, I'm mostly catching in the ready to catch position. But when I'm catching with my left hand, my hand's always at the top of my head. That's because I am right-handed, so I am more used to catching with this side than I am with this side. So for beginners, you're going to want to catch with your hand all the way at the top. And if you're more experienced, you can keep doing that to remember your fundamentals of catching a ball. Or you can do it in the ready to catch, ready to shoot position. Next, we're going to be doing underhands, which is this. And we're only going to do this for 5, which means you're getting your hands all the way down here by, like, say, your ankle, like it's a straight leg. And you're just following through. You can keep it low, and you can miss it. Or you can kind of go to your mid-range when releasing, so you can go here, so you can catch it up here, or you can go up and catch it over your head or at shoulder height. But yeah, and then when you do that, you're just doing the same thing with your left, just getting it all the way down by your leg. Sorry, I do not usually use my left hand for underhand. You're just there. So that's all those ones. Next one we're going to be doing is BTB. This is working on getting your hands extended, the side of your body parallel to the wall, not parallel, looking at the wall, and then just following through. Gonna be doing this for 5, but I'm gonna do it a little bit longer so I can find that sweet spot, and then go 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Chihuahua. And then you're going to want to do the same. Your left hand, sorry, this might be bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, kind of the basics of that is, if you can't do anything over here with your forehand, like just make a normal pass like that, you can kind of stick your hand out, have the defender draw to that side, and then just that to your partner. This is more for passing and kind of add another thing to your repertoire for passing and for shooting. But being a Canadian and playing box lacrosse, using the behind the back has been used multiple times. But there's still so much more passing that you can do. You can do an underhanded one hand overhand, so much. You can even do, if we were on turf, bouncers, which if I was on concrete for back home in box, I'd be doing this. But on the grass, it's much harder. even though it looks easy. Do that for both right hand and left hand. And once you get through all that, you're either good for a cool down from your routine, or you're good for your warm up, and now you can get into shooting. This is kind of to get your arms loose, get your core loose, kind of extend the legs a bit more so that you can get around fully for both sides. And not doing this won't really help you, because this does help your hand-eye coordination and will help you be able to catch the ball, and say if you're getting close to the net, it'll help you catch it in riskier situations when the ball is either coming in hot or it's a really crummy pass and you have to catch it really closely or up high. So that's why I do this a lot before games and before practices sometimes. But other than that, that's all I got for you for explaining this entire video and explaining the PowerPoint. My name is Parker Corbett. I'm a junior midfielder, two-way midfielder and attackman for the Averett men's lacrosse team. And thank you for listening to this video. Thank you for watching. I hope these drills help you in your upcoming season. See ya.